Alright, how's it going, guys? We are back to finish this project up, and it is one dark and stormy night. Hopefully we don't have too much lightning, because I already heard it twice. Very loud. But, just to review, we set up our hematite, limonite coming in here, getting bathed through hydrochloric acid. Connect that, the hematite will come in. That gets sent over here and mixed with sulfur dioxide and water, and makes ferrous chloride with some sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid, which we have piped back to our tanks. So now we need to get the ferrous chloride dealt with. So it is being piped over here to the smelter, which has a gas burning box, which I have hooked up already. We need to put an auto machine switch on there so it can turn itself on and off. And we need a redstone switch. We're going to put there. And we are also going to put a possible on here. So whenever it is possible to run, it will output a redstone switch or redstone signal down here to our igniter. Just like that. And so now we need to get power into there. But before we do that, which actually, you know what? I just remembered this outputs to this side. So we're going to need our pipes going there. And if we look at ferrous chloride in the smelter, it is non-acidic. Temperature is 950. So our invar will work just fine. So we're going to hook that there. And we should be able to go into the top on an electrolyzer. I do believe. By the way, I have a new version of JI. Don't think I'm cheating because this is down here. I most definitely am not able to give myself stuff. Apparently in this new version, it's just always there no matter what. So, electrolyzer, fluids in top auto. That's what I thought. And then the output is left. So our chlorine will be coming out that side. So we're going to hook that like that. And then we're going to make one of each of these conductor covers. This is the emit. So we want that to go down. We want that to go there. So then the redstone can go that way. The fluid can go that way. The chlorine will go out. And we will have our iron will come out here. And that should be able to just connect right up to that line right there, which I will deal with later. So for right now, we need to get the important part done here, and that is hook up some power. Alright, so that is a LV igniter and an LV, or a LV electrolyzer. So we're going to hook up a transformer right there. We have our 8x copper wire right there, which we can just run right on over here. Connect that like that. Right into there. It now has power. And we need, I don't think I brought, yeah, I didn't bring a cable. Now, these transformers can put out the max of their voltage, so we don't want to use a tin cable. We want to use a lead cable because they will put out 64. It's not like the old GT5 where it puts out 4 packets. There's actually a buffer in the transformer. That's what that light is about. That means that the internal buffer is charged up. So there we go. That'll take care of that. That'll only ever pull a maximum of 1 amp of 64 EU, which you can see it's turned on and running. So we'll put that on there. And because it is dark, it's not going to auto light. Or no, not because it's dark, because this has to be reset. There we go. Forgot about that. It has to be reset for the first one to get its possible. Now this thing is going to keep trying to ignite all the time. We can do a gate on there to stop it, but honestly, I'm not really worried about it. So we'll just let it do its thing. And right now, we really want to get rid of power anyways, because we want to use up this hydrogen. So as soon as this gets done running, we'll see our first batch go over there. It'll be done here in just a minute. Come on. There we go. Now that comes over here. That runs over here. And we'll get our iron and our chlorine from it. And I will have to pull these out of here because they're not going to come out of there. If I put like a hopper here that it could output into, it would probably be a bit better. But that's only because we were running for this short period of time without anything hooked up here to pull them out. It should be okay once we actually get this stuff going. Why is there 1.5 liters in there? Ferrous chloride, 800. That's 6.9. Can it not run with that little bit of chlorine left in there? Let's find out. This is hot, but it's an Invar. An Invar does not burn. And it's not. Wondering why it's not running. Now, how did you burn up that wire? How exactly did you burn up? You should not be sending more than 1 amp of 64 through that transformer. Well, blow me down. Alright, well, we're going to give you a 2 amp. I know why it pulled more than 1 amp. Because it's trying to pull the full 64 to the machine. And because it has to go 1 block, there's 1 amp or 1 EU loss. So it's pulling 2 amps to get enough. So we should actually only need a 2x. So let's try this and see. There, now that should work and not burn up. Alright, so now she's running. I'm not sure why this didn't shut off unless this thing relit it after it had turned off, which is possible. I'll probably put in a piston just to make sure that it stays or that it goes off. I'm gonna try something real quick though. Let's see if this will work. It's an auto reboot. Wonder if it has a. Let's see. Does it have any settings? Doesn't look like it. No, does not have any settings. It's just going to try to reboot every 10 minutes. And I would prefer that it only tries to restart every 10 minutes if it has a redstone signal, but I don't think that's possible. Because I had this on my roaster over there. So I may just go ahead, because we've got room back here. I may do a a pulse generator. Wouldn't be too hard to make. One that comes back here, we can put the possible sensor there. Let's see if we can do that real quick. By the way, we will also be putting the ferrous chloride from our tungsten into this. We've got it right here, ferrous chloride. This comes from one of the tungstens. I think it's wolframite maybe that it comes from. Let's see here. This would be made in the bath. Ferrite. Okay. So Ferrite gives us that. I will be putting a pipe on there and bringing it over as well. This is where the pipes bring in the hematite and the limonite. You only need one of each of those two, but you need 5, so that is set to do only 5s. So we'll be bringing that over as well, and then we're also going to set up for the manganese, the let's see, the manganese, the calcium, and the magnesium are all going to go over there as well. So we will set up another set of the smelter and electrolyzer. We'll just kind of place them out this way, and we'll probably do that in one of the next few videos and get all of them smelted down the same way. It'll be the same exact setup. Let's see, do I have a repeater? I have no idea why I have all this stuff thrown over there, but it's a good idea to check there every now and then. You never know where I might have things thrown at. I thought I had some. There we go. So we need a repeater, and then we will also need a comparator. I don't think you are welcome here, sir. I will have to deal with you. because you are going to get really annoying with all your random noise. Thank you. Have a nice day. Alright, so we're going to need 3 redstone and 3 sticks. And let's go downstairs and get a quartz gem. Luckily, we've got lots of nether quartz here from when we were getting Ephrin. Alright, there we go. Now we have our repeater and our comparator. So we're going to do, let's see, we need the comparator there. We need the repeater there. Actually, that's wrong. We'll need the repeater there. And the comparator. Yeah, we got enough room there. Because we have to have the wire come down there. Then we need, it's not right, is it? That's going to come out of there. It's going to go into there. This is going to come out and go into here. And then we need this one to lock the repeater. That connected there. That connected there. No, wait a minute. Yeah, we need that like that. That goes there. And then this will be what comes out and goes into right there. So now all we have to do, pop that off, and then that's going to be a pain in the butt. I can't get that off of there. Alright, so you have filled up. You're not going to do anything. And you're going to fill up. I don't want to take that off. So right now we're going to pop this out. Pop that off and that off. And let's throw those back in here. That there. Stop it. Go there. Redstone machine switch. I'll put that right there. So now it will not ignite until it gets a redstone signal, which it's not going to get as long as our possible sensor is on there. And we're not going to be able to get that off even if we do this, are we? Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so we're going to have to do a little maneuvering around here for a second. So give me a drum. I'll open that up. Put that in there. So that is empty. Now we can pop that off there. Put it back. Get this off of here. before that completely gets full. Not that it's a big deal, because we're just going to sit this right up on top of there. That will fill. So there, that will empty right back into there. We got to get the chlorine out of there yet. And now we just need to put that on there. There we go. And there. Now, whenever it's possible to run, it will get 1 pulse and then turn off. And we're going to set this back to about 3. And now that should do the trick. And we're not getting too far ahead over here, so that's good. Alright, so that is our setup. You can see it's running nicely. I'll run the iron, like I said, down here because this outputs dust. So we know that this runs to our dust wall. So we can just hook this up like so. And then put our mold box back in here. And so the next time this runs, that iron will leave. We just need to set up the chlorine, which we're going to run back over here to our tank. And then eventually, when we end up getting completely full of sodium bisulfite, potassium bisulfite, we'll set up a mixer that will mix the oxygen or water and chlorine together and make hydrochloric acid. But for right now, we want a bunch of sodium and potassium bisulfite, which we should be getting over here, except again, hydrogen. We need to get that burned off. Good thing is, as long as this is running, the electrolyzer, it'll be pulling power off our grid, so we'll be burning more hydrogen. And so the more of these we set up, the more hydrogen we're going to burn. And we've got plenty of salt and rock salt. I finally got that pipe moved for anybody that noticed it was there. So I'll go ahead and get the chlorine ran and get the pipe up here. Once we get gone through all that hematite and limonite, I'll bring the pipe up from downstairs. And we may have a live stream this weekend, depending on how things go, to get the smelters made, unless I already did that. I think I did this a long time ago. Let's see. Yeah, right there's the 3 other smelters and the 3 other electrolyzers we need. I actually set it up so we could do off of diesel, but now I want to do it off of electric. One thing we are going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling this diesel out of here and changing it over for this one, because when we run anything that's not copper, bronze, low heat stuff, it takes forever to run this. Same with this one, we're going to change it out too. It'll just be an easy swap job, no big deal there. Because I've been doing my pipes over here that way instead of using my extruder. I've been throwing them in here and having them bend or turn them into plates and then bend them and then throw them over there and have them welded. But it is really slow with the speed they run at 16, so we're going to upgrade those to 64. And this poor CO2 electrolyzer, I don't think has stopped in days, because we have been making so much aluminum over here. This thing's gone through every bit of alumina we have and just pouring it as quick as it can pour it. So we should have pretty decent amount of aluminum dust over here now. Yeah, we're at 743. That's not bad. And we'll be getting even more as this thing can run more when we get rid of the hydrogen. We still got 9,686 bauxite to run there. And then, once we get that done, we will get a gibbelometer and a igniter set up for this so we can run our bauxite through our autoclave safely. So we got a lot of things to keep us busy around here until Greg puts out the update. By the way, this may be something that may have to do in a crucible or use the magnesium carbonate to get your magnesium for titanium now. I did notice that that changed after I set up titanium here, that you can't get the magnesium that goes in here from processing olivine anymore, which I do believe is how I got mine. So that's another thing that we need to look at when we get to the new world, is how we're going to get that early. So as soon as Greg is done with his Factorio winter break, we will get into that. So I guess I have rambled enough for today. If y'all have any questions about this setup, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.